What is the difference between the different dimensions and dimension theory and quantum theory in the movie and time traveling?
First and foremost, I'm going to come clean and tell you that basically the science in this movie is complete hokum. Danielle is super smart about science and physics, and her dad's an inventor, and she's got this whole wealth of knowledge about it. And she's also very good at spotting stuff that she doesn't believe. So we've whittled it down so that the hokum is like 3 layers deep instead of like sitting there on the surface, little gold deposits of BS that you would spot from a distance, like and start mining. But
it's like Indiana Jones. It's just the side of believable.
Exactly. But you know, I am fairly certain that a lot of actual physicists who have worked very hard to contribute to our body of knowledge are going to be very frustrated that I made this movie. We're going to do it anyway, but because it's an awesome story and it's a lot of fun, and I think it reflects very well on everybody involved, as long as we have this understanding that you cannot change reality with the power of your mind.
The secret would beg to differ.
The secret would beg to differ, and the physicist, I think, will be primarily frustrated because I'm lending weight to that argument. I love the movie, The Secret, by the way. Love the movie. But there are 2 sides to that issue. We are decidedly on the unempirical side.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the question again. What is the difference between the movie Quantum Theory and the different dimensions and time travel?
So, all that being said, time travel is a thing where you actually change reality by going back in time and altering events. Okay. And what quantum theory is, or at least how it's accepted amongst, for example, the New Age community, is using thought and using templates to reorganize reality right now into a different form. And if you have the idea, for example, that you're super rich and super wealthy and all this and that, and you have the ability to take that big idea and imprint it on the planet, then it's like Play-Doh. You smush it into the star shape and then you're a superstar. You see what I'm saying? And all the little molecules of Play-Doh have to move around to accommodate that, and cause and effect has to move around to accommodate that. So what you're doing, if you put on Elvis, which is what we call the contraption that lets you change reality with the power of your mind, if you put Elvis on and you fire it up and you have this idea, provided you have a fairly concise and provided you execute that idea in your own mind well enough to actually make something good of it, what you're actually doing is you're reorganizing the world right then and there to accommodate your vision of what the world should be. And part of the cool thing about the movie is that that is, without question, like the most egotistical and like dangerous thing any human being could possibly do. To actually think that they know better than history.
And yeah.
And that they can make things work out. But on the other hand, you know, there's a counter argument. There's that Promethean drive where maybe you can make life better for people. And maybe you can do this awesome thing for people if only you can get your hands on the meat and potatoes of whatever your problem is. Mm-hmm. You know, and kind of the biggest nugget, the biggest feast of meat and potatoes is like reality itself and the structure of the universe. And you know, there's a very positive argument, I think, for playing God if you have the vision, if you have the madness, if you have the insanity to go and do it. And that's the fun part of Chelsea and Roe, is that they're Dr. Frankenstein.